Hi, in this video we are going to discuss about security of the cloud versus security in the cloud. Now this is a most important point according to me for a very specific reason. If you're starting your cloud journey, so basically what happens, your customer or the client is going to come in and they will say, hey, the solution which you're providing, we don't have to worry about the security team, so we are not going to hire a security team. But we have to understand that in cloud we have two types of security. One is security of the cloud and one is security in the cloud. So this is the difference which we have to understand. Secondly, we are going to focus on something which is known as shared responsibility model. In that particular model, we will understand what kind of a responsibility is taken care by the cloud and what kind of a responsibility is taken care by you as the user of the cloud. Okay, now in this point we are going to discuss what is security of the cloud. Why? Because this is a bit different compared to what is security in the cloud. Now let's take a very simple example. You are living in this infrastructure. Obviously you have a home here, and like you, almost everyone have a home here. So like let's assume there are 500 people who are living in this sort of a, I would say this is a building, community space, apartment space, whatever you want to call it. You're living here among 500 other families. Now there is a scenario. There is a person who wants to break in. Now this particular person wants to break in, and obviously there is a good possibility that you are also going to become a victim. Now what you're going to do, you don't have to panic, because you have someone here who is going to make sure that this person cannot break in. And who that person is? That person is cloud provider. So when we say security of the cloud, that means if you're living somewhere here and if someone tries to break in, this particular cloud provider is going to be responsible. They're going to manage and they're going to make sure that this person does not break in and they do not steal stuff from you where you can become a victim. Okay, so let's sum it up. When we say security of the cloud, we mean cloud provider manages the security. In simple terms, if I'm going to use the infrastructure of cloud, they are going to make sure that my infrastructure, my particular piece of resources which I'm using are secured. Okay, now let's try to understand security in the cloud. Now here is a different scenario. You're living in an independent home right now. Now there is again a threat. This particular person wants to break in, they want to steal stuff from you. And this time, your family members are supposed to make sure that they cannot break in. You have to make sure that locks are properly, the windows are shut, whatever places from where someone can break in are properly protected. If you want to hire a security guard, that is going to be your responsibility, and how everything related to security is supposed to be done by you. And when we talk about this, this means this is what we call security in the cloud. Here you are supposed to manage everything. So in summary, if I talk about when we say security in the cloud, that means you manage the security, not the cloud provider who is providing you the cloud. Okay, now you can have this question, if that is the scenario, why use a cloud in that case? Okay, so let's try to understand why we should use cloud in that case. So this concept is also known as shared responsibility model, where cloud provider with you discusses, okay, this is the part of responsibility where I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to hire the security expert, I'm going to hire the team, and I'm going to make sure that we follow the industry standard, and we are going to provide you the security which is required for your particular infrastructure. And they also ask you that since you're going to manage that infrastructure, since you're going to use that particular application, since you're going to do everything around that application, the data inside your application or whatever is happening, the security of your application, you have to hire these special people, you have to follow the industry standard, and we are not going to do that because that is not our responsibility. So you make sure that you are responsible for the stuff which you are supposed to make sure, and we are going to save the stuff which we are responsible of saving. So this is also known as shared responsibility model, and this is how security of the cloud versus security in the cloud is differentiated. Okay, so I hope this particular piece of topic of shared responsibility model or security of the cloud versus security in the cloud is clear for you. Now Obviously, if you have some suggestions for the videos, or if you're confused about this stuff, because if we talk about security of the cloud or versus security in the cloud, there could be some places where you are confused. Obviously, in that case, I would say comment down your questions, queries or confusions. Obviously, someone from our team is going to clear that for you. If you need a suggestion related to your career, if you're thinking of becoming a cloud expert, if you're looking for some certification, and if you need personalized recommendation, if you need trainings from our team, in that case, I would suggest that you should fill the form where one of our experts will reach you and they will assist you with whatever queries, doubts or confusions you are having. And finally, if you're looking for some remote jobs, if you're looking for some jobs, obviously we have started a new segment where we are giving the information about jobs. Go into this particular link, find the jobs which are suitable for you, and if you're interested, you can apply directly there. You don't have to worry about any other thing. So with this, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.